Hey everybody, Mauricio here, founder and CEO of Premier Law Group, your premier syndication attorneys. And today I wanted to talk about audited financials. And I want to do a real quick video because I know it's not the most exciting topic, but it's been coming across my desk recently, so I wanted to bring it up. And most people forget that if you're doing a Reg D offering, audited financials are required if you are selling to non-accredited investors. Now, most of the time we don't worry about it or don't deal too much with it because we're creating brand new companies, right? We are legitimately investing in a new piece of property. We create a brand new LLC. There's really no operating history to speak of. And so there really aren't any financials. So it's not something we really focus on. But here's the trick. If you continue to raise money, and in some circumstances, if you decide to do a phase two, which has been becoming an issue lately, where let's say your business plan calls for a year from now, you've got maybe a short-term debt person or private equity group, and a year from now, you're going to raise additional cash to take that group out. Well, now you fast forward a year from now, and guess what? You do have a operating history. You do have a 1 year's worth of financials, and therefore, if you are going to offer that to non-accredited, you must provide them with audited financials. In addition, you will need to update your offering documents because now a year from now, your business plan is probably a little stale or outdated. There's a lot of things that you projected that now have actually come true. And similarly with the offering documents, you need to update your PPM. You need to update all your offering documents to make sure that it's current as of the time you're doing that offering. So be really, really careful when you continue to raise money in the future, especially when you do non-accredited investors. You've got really one option, and that is, well, two options really. One option is don't take any non-accredited investors, because if you take accrediteds only, then you still have to provide them most likely with financials, but they don't have to be audited. So that's one way of doing it. Or if you potentially can do it, maybe you start a brand new offering. Maybe if there's been at least 6 months in between your two offerings, so that your second one won't be integrated with the first. That's something we can discuss. Maybe that's an option. But just be aware of it, guys, that if you're offering a deal in subsequent months, you may be required to issue audited financials. And that also includes when you're continuing to raise, right? A lot of people close on a particular deal and then they continue to raise. And as long as you continue to raise for a couple of weeks or maybe a month, that might be okay. But at some point, if you're in month 4, 5, or 6, and you're still raising for that original deal, then again, now you have operating history, you have financials, you have quarterly financials, and if you're going to sell something 3, 4 months from now to a non-accredited, you must provide them with audited financials.